So Jordan had no bag?
I didn't say no bag. I just don't think
Kobe and Jordan are bag guys.
1-2 dribble pull-ups.
Kobe had a
No
bag.
bag.
Kobe had
Y'all got me fucked up in here, boy. Y'all better put some respect on Mike's name. Boy, stop saying goofy shit, man. That's goofy as hell. Mike Jordan ain't got a bag, P? Man, stop, man.
If you have a good team and you need a killer, you go MJ.
Paul Pierce really had the nerve to say Michael Jordan didn't have a bag. The same MJ who owned an entire era got called limited by Paul Pierce? This isn't just disrespect, it's basketball treason. And then Kevin Garnett blasted Paul Pierce on live air. No filter, no hesitation, just straight up humiliation. And today, we're tearing this nonsense apart. One clutch, killer moment at a time. Now let's connect everything. You've got Paul Pierce saying MJ didn't have a deep bag, that he was just athletic. But when you line that claim up next to the flu game, next to the Father's Day finals, next to his 10 scoring titles, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, and 0 Game 7s in the finals, the entire narrative falls apart. If Jordan had a limited bag, how did he lead the league in scoring for a full decade? How did he drop 63 on Larry Bird's Celtics in his second season? How did he dominate physical defenses with no hand check protection, no illegal defense rules, and barely any spacing? And let's talk about efficiency. Jordan shot over 50% from the field for his career as a shooting guard, while taking mostly jump shots. That's not limited, that's surgical. And this is the part no one brings up. It's been decades, but the legends still can't stop talking about him. That's the kind of impact Michael Jordan left behind.
Never a doubt at the end of any series that he was ever in who the best player in the world was. It was Michael Jordan. And, you know, I don't know who else that's been. I don't know what other player even comes close to, you know, being undefeated and being the best player in a playoff series every year.
Did you enjoy your moments when you had to guard him as the ultimate challenge?
Yeah. The ultimate challenge. And if you did stop him, it was, you know, a miracle. And if you didn't, like, so what? Nobody guards him. But I remember a funny time in this 63-point game. And I got accused of doing this a little bit more than the coaches or my teammates would have liked. But Walton fouls out guarding Jordan in an ISO. And he's screaming and cursing me out. Like, quit switching. Guard your own man.
This is Walton yelling at
you for switching with him.
I go, hey, I just want you to be able to appreciate how hard it is.
If Vince Carter or any of the players Paul mentioned were actually more skilled than MJ, why didn't they dominate the league the way he did? Why didn't they carry teams to championships, break defensive schemes, own the game on both ends? Because there's a difference between having moves and knowing when and how to use them. Jordan didn't just have tools, he used them with perfect timing, under the brightest lights, in the biggest moments. That's not flash, that's mastery. And that's something Paul Pierce clearly still doesn't understand. Kevin Garnett didn't hold back. He gave Paul Pierce a shut-up call right to his mustache. No filter, no mercy, just straight in his face.
Y'all got me fucked up in here, boy. Y'all better put some respect on Mike's name. Boy, stop saying goofy shit, man. That's goofy as hell. Mike Jordan ain't got a bag, P? Go do y'all education first.
Let's be real. This isn't just about MJ's skill set. This is about insecurity. Paul Pierce has a long history of trying to insert himself into conversations he doesn't belong in. The same guy who once said, I had a better career than Dwyane Wade. The same guy who tried to argue he was a better scorer than LeBron and got laughed off live TV. So when he throws shade at Jordan's game, it's not analysis, it's projection. Pierce played in an era where he was never the best player, never the most dominant, and never had the killer instinct MJ had. And the modern sports media, they eat this up. They reward trolling and revisionism. These takes go viral, but they undermine the standard of greatness. This isn't a conversation rooted in tape legacy or performance, it's about attention. And if MJ had a limited bag, what does that make Pierce, who never averaged 27 in a season, never had a 60-point game, and needed 3 Hall of Famers just to win 1 ring? Gilbert Arenas joined the debate too, and he didn't shy away from the limited bag talk.
Paul Pierce and Danny Green says Michael Jordan had a limited bag.
Yeah, we're going to discuss it tomorrow. We can get into it today if you would like as well.
And what's okay? And
we gotta watch
the nigga bag was from 1980. But how elaborate did you think that bag was going to be? He didn't have no crossover. Barely went behind the back. Like I mean, what? 1-2 dribble, fade. I mean, like that was his bag of. I mean, the bag is new, y'all. Like having a bag is something new. Back then, what they had was a bag. He had a bag in the 80s. He had a bag in the 80s. It was better than everybody else's bag. He can dribble with both hands a little bit. The 90s, he kind of had a little bag, and then, you know, other players started coming in with elaborate, you know what I mean, with a little extra shit. Jamal Mashburn had a little bag. Grant Hill had a little bag. Allen Iverson came with his little bag. 90s, I mean 2000, Kobe had a bag. Who had bag? Like Jamal Crawford. It depends on what type of shit, y'all.
June 16th, 1996, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. It wasn't just about winning, it was about healing. 3 years after the murder of his father, MJ returned to the finals and closed out the Seattle Supersonics to win his 4th championship. On Father's Day, he dropped 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. And when the buzzer sounded, he collapsed to the floor in the locker room, clutching the game ball in tears. That wasn't just a title. That was closure, pain, and legacy fused together.
Your best play of the night was grabbing that ball out on the floor. You weren't going to let anybody get that sucker, were you?
No, that's for my father, and you know it goes right in my trophy room with everybody signing it, and you know even Jack Haley, and you know this is a very special moment.
You said that's for my father. Obviously, it's Father's Day, and he's never very far away from your mind.
He was in my heart all day. That's probably why I couldn't play that. I wasn't really as focused as much as I wanted to be, and I think just a special day of him not being here. Really, I had a tough time focusing today, but thank God I have it.
And through it all, Jordan led the Bulls to an NBA record 72 wins that season. You don't lead a team like that with just hops. You do it with elite footwork, vision, and control. That day, the bag wasn't flashy. It was powerful. It was personal. It was legendary. Let's talk numbers. June 11th, 1997, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The series is tied 2-2. The Bulls are in Utah. Michael Jordan is visibly sick, not just flu. It was later revealed to be food poisoning. He's dehydrated, weak, barely able to stand, yet plays 44 out of 48 minutes. And still, he puts up 38 points on 48% shooting, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, a clutch go-ahead three-pointer with under a minute left, and a +5 in a 2-point win. Jordan was responsible for over 50% of the Bulls' offense that night. No fast breaks, no dunks, just footwork, IQ, rhythm, and cold-blooded mid-range dominance. In the second half alone, he scored 23 points to shut the crowd down. That wasn't athleticism. That was a masterclass in mental warfare and pure skill. So when Paul says MJ didn't have a bag, this game alone makes that take collapse. While others argued about counters and combos, Channing Frye dropped the truth. Here's the truth Paul Pierce never understood. Michael Jordan's game wasn't built for YouTube, it was built for conquest. While today's bag talk is all step-backs and street handles, MJ's arsenal was efficient, deadly, and built for pressure. He didn't dance, he dismantled. From the fadeaway jumper to the pump fake to the jab step to the footwork in the post, every move had purpose. There's a reason defenders said guarding him felt like trying to hold water. And unlike Paul, MJ did it every night in every finals with the entire world watching. His bag wasn't made for show, it was made for the kill.